Right, now I'm about to say something that might sting just a little bit, but your parents probably completely fucked your relationship with food and they likely didn't even realise it. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my parents. They had the privilege of bringing up this absolute legend. And you probably love yours as well, provided you don't have family issues. And them fucking your relationship with food probably wasn't done from an intentional, malicious or conscious place. But some of the little things they either did or said when you were a kid that is related to food and meals probably fucked it a little bit. And if you're struggling a little bit with fat loss or feeling guilty about eating certain kinds of foods, then it probably does circle back to this point in your life. So I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. I'm going to pinpoint some of the key things that your parents either did or said when you were a kid, which could have led to a little bit of a naff relationship with food in your adulthood. And also, most importantly, how you can actually fix it now that you're an adult as well. Because you're not a kid anymore. You can actually write your own food rules. Point number one, and you can probably all remember this, you're not leaving the table until everything is eaten up off your plate. Bet that sounds familiar, doesn't it? The issue is you're getting taught to ignore your hunger cues. Even if you were full halfway through the meal, you had to keep going so you could earn your dessert. This means, as an adult, you probably feel as though you need to eat everything off your plate, even if you're not necessarily hungry. And then you're wondering why you're overeating. It's because you were literally trained to as a kid. Point number two, using food or snacks as a reward. Maybe you've heard before, if you behave, you're going to get some sweets. Or if you do well at school, I'm going to treat you to some chocolate. And here's why it's a problem. You've been taught that basically high caloric foods should be looked at as a reward or a treat, something that you've got to earn. And now, as an adult, it sneaks on into your adult life, potentially causing you to say such things as, oh, I've been really good with my diet today, therefore I can have a huge as fuck takeaway. Or, I smashed off the gym today, therefore I've earned some chocolate. You're not a fucking dog. You don't need to reward yourself for good behaviour with treats or snacks. Food is just food. It's not a prize, nor should it be used as a reward for good behaviour, especially whilst you're an adult. It's not punishment, it's fuel, it's enjoyment, it's just a part of life. But when you literally attach emotions to the food, that's when it becomes a part of this binge, restrict cycle, which you've probably been trying to deal with most of your adult life. And then there's the big one, labelling foods as either good or bad. This is something known as dichotomous labelling, and studies have actually suggested that people who dichotomously label food struggle to maintain a healthy weight in the long term, not to mention a pretty shitty relationship with food as it is. Some of you when you were younger were probably told off for eating sweets, or not allowed certain foods in the house, such as chocolate or fizzy pop. And then guess what happens? Suddenly, you're an adult, you've got your own money, and then you overly want all the things you weren't allowed as a kid. Because when something's off limits, you crave it more. If I say to you, you're not allowed to think of a purple dinosaur, what's the first thing you want to think of? Barney, isn't it? The fucking prick. And that's why people say, I can't trust myself around chocolate. It's not the fact that you're broken, it's the fact that you've been conditioned to restrict it from a young age. So what do you actually do about it? I mean, it's one thing knowing about where all these habits are coming from, but it's another thing actually putting steps in place to overcome it. Well, here's where you start. First off, awareness. Notice when you're finishing your plate just because it's there, and give yourself permission to stop when you feel like you need to, and dessert isn't something that you earn. Secondly, detach emotions from your food as well. Instead of rewarding yourself for being good with food, reward yourself with something else. A few hours on a video game, a Netflix show, go out and buy a bag or some kind of clothing which you really, really want. Having some downtime. Still reward yourself for doing well, but try not to reward yourself with food. And finally, challenge the rules. If you grew up being told this food is bad and this food is good, reframe it a little bit. No food is inherently bad, nor is any food inherently good. Some foods, like fruit and vegetables, are more nutrient dense, and some foods are just very energy dense, such as chocolate, such as cake, such as crisps. Not to mention the fact that they taste pretty banging. But all of these foods can be fit into a healthy, balanced diet. One practical tip that you can take away is write down all of the food rules that you were taught as a kid. Then ask yourself, do these rules serve me as an adult? Am I climbing all over the sofa and therefore need an incentive to stop doing so? If these rules do not now apply to you, rewrite them. Create new ones that actually fit your goals and your life. So yeah, your parents probably did fuck up your relationship with food and yourself more than you actually might think, and more than they might actually think as well. But here's the good news, you're an adult now, you don't need to follow those rules. You can create new ones. Food isn't a reward, nor is it a punishment, and you don't need to clear your plate to prove anything. If this hits home with you and you want some more help in both improving your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself, and becoming the very best version of yourself by transforming your body, improving your strength, and improving your confidence in the least restricted, least wanky way possible, follow the link in the description below, fill in the form, and I'll personally be in touch with you to see exactly how I can help you do exactly that. In the meantime, if you want some more no bullshit advice, make sure that you're either subscribed to this channel, following my Instagram, and also drop this video a like as well. Peace.